It's been a long time. We actually have an explanation for this. More or less, my laptop has started overheating, so recording stuff from like a virtual machine hasn't been going too well. But we've got a cooling fan now, so we're back in Zoombini business.
It's not easy to record a video when the laptop has to go back in time.
More or less, yes.
Alright,
It looks as if the kind
Roshi Trail.
captain has upped
Yes.
the ante.
Furthest one to the south one, please.
Well, there's that horrifying hotel level which we messed up on.
We have to go there eventually.
Yeah. Well, at least we kind of know what to do this time, so we're probably not going to get stuck on any of these puzzles.
No. Yeah.
Welcome to the boat. Now hurry yourselves up and find your seat.
The fairly worrying thing about this puzzle is they haven't really made it very clear what happens as the puzzle gets more difficult.
Well, sit wherever you want to. I don't really care.
Oh, okay then.
Alright.
But in any case, looking at it, I think the one thing that might have changed is the seating. In that, I think they've moved the seats closer together. Because
Maybe.
he's like got more stuff, so he's put the seats in the centre rather than around the outside.
Yeah.
As such, you need to share at least
There you go. You got it.
one feature with whatever is both. Well, it's in both directions.
Which is easy, because they've all got the same eyes and the same bike wheels.
You can see why I always set them up like this now. It makes the puzzles a lot easier.
Ah, sure.
About half of these puzzles are based upon like the features of the Zoombinis, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the one where we have to match them up to the evil fleens or whatever they are called.
Oh yeah. The horrifying thing is, towards the end of the game, we're usually left with a couple of
Sure.
combinations that combinations which like don't really fit together, and you're on the hardest difficulty, so you've got to find a way to get them all through.
There you go. You got it.
Yay!
I
Onwards.
know what
Not really a struggle, though.
Water is surprisingly still, considering the boats going across it.
Travel on, brave adventurers, that wonder of the wetlands. Bruno, the shape swapper, has a special tool for swapping lily pads. Now they'll need to make their own paths across.
I also have to reveal a bit of a confession at this point. More or less, when we've been recording this previously, there was an option in our program to record directly from the sound card. The problem is that's gone, so in order to record this now, I can't hear the game whenever we're recording.
Yeah. We didn't know that Bruno was the shape-swapping fairy.
As such, we didn't know about the wand. We didn't know it was there. We didn't know what it did when we picked it up.
Yeah.
In other words, we went into this pretty much completely blind.
Yeah. So basically, this little game of Frogger is, what, the most challenging one we've had so far?
It
Probably.
is the most challenging one we've had so far. We spent about 20 minutes simply trying to figure out what on earth we were doing, and then trying to come up with paths. And you know like how in the game normally it gives you some kind of indication as to like when you're messing things up a bit.
Yeah.
For example, pegs get removed and stuff. On this one, I have no clue how many uses that wand has.
Yeah, you really think they'd put something like that in? Because maybe it's infinite on this level, but maybe you get limited on the next one.
Maybe the wand gets like, it's red you can see, maybe, and there's a star, maybe that kind of drains as you use up the wand. I think I remember something like that, but I haven't played this in like a very long time.
Either way, we've got like two easy paths to start with, the red one and the white one.
Yes, they usually give you a couple of paths just to ensure you get some Zoombinis through.
Yeah.
But as you can see, a lot of these paths seem like trick ones because Bruno came in and started messing things up.
Bruno the Ovoid Fairy.
More or less.
Very irritating.
This X one, I believe, is the last one we can use where it's a pre-made path.
Yeah, there's an orange one up top, which is broken twice.
There's a blue one, which is broken twice.
Yeah, and I think red one? No, the red one was okay. It's the purple one.
Yeah, in any case, you've only got 2 uses per frog. How many Zoombinis do we have in total? Isn't it 26?
No, can't be that.
I think it's actually quite a few.
No, 20, 21?
No, it's an even number.
18 then.
Something like that. We'll find out later. In any case,
So you've got to make a lot of routes.
you have got to make a lot of routes, and with this frog gone, there's not much you can do in the way of pre-made paths.
So we got 6 across at least, I think. Yeah.
So, at this point, we're kind of sitting there thinking, oh no, we have used up all the paths, what do we do? And then I kind of notice the magic wand and think, maybe this, like, randomizes the tiles or something.
Yeah, I thought that too.
So if I, like, click on things, then it will randomize and we can fix the blue path. It'll all be happy.
And we won't get stumped by a puzzle that was designed to mildly encumber an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I was a lot better at this game when I was 8.
It's just, why?
Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
In any case, as you can see here, we're looking through and we can't find anything. So, there's the magic wand. And then we just realise it swaps things. And just imagine an expression of horror upon our faces as we realise what we've done.
We've wasted some goes of the wand, is what we've done.
More or less.
As well as ruin another path.
This game isn't forgiving enough on, like, the easiest difficulty, so...
Yeah. But once you figured out that it swaps them, and, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you can assume that you've got infinite tries, then you can at least put some brain work into this. So the blue one is interrupted by the orange.
And the orange one is interrupted by a red one, and another... See, I think... Oh dear. The problem is, this is a very big grid, and it's very, very difficult to visualise everything that's going on.
It took me ages just to work out that the paths themselves were different shapes, to be honest.
Yeah, you've got 3 factors to take into account, so you end up just staring at this and thinking, what on earth do I do? You have to actually sit down and, like, say, okay, I'm going to find a path that's shaped like this, or I'm going to find a flower one.
Yeah.
Because these paths really don't leap out at you, apart from the coloured ones.
Yeah, you stick with colour and then you don't realise there's 2 other options.
Yeah.
Oh.
At this point, imagine paranoia setting in, because we're thinking, well, a lot of these paths are broken in 2 places. What if we, like, change one and the wand runs out? We've wasted a go. What if there was a path that had, like, only 1 change, and we weren't clever enough to see it?
Which it turns out was true, but, you know.
Pretty irrelevant, because, as you'll see at the end of this, we still have the wand, and it's still very functional.
Yeah. I don't think that'll be the same for the hardest level, though. Once we do this again, we'll be on very, very hard, and then I think Bruno's little wand will have a time limit.
If I recall correctly, on the harder difficulties, something comes in and messes things up for you partway through what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you've kind of got it all worked out, and then, like, the Bruno Brigade comes in or whatever and starts messing up your flowers.
Every 10 seconds they come in and change 3.
Yes. Something like that.
It'd be impossible, you just have to wait.
But yeah, as you can see here, there was actually a very simple purple path that we missed entirely.
Yeah.
This game doesn't say good things about us.
We can't be the only ones. There must be people playing this for nostalgia and just getting stuck.
To an extent, on the harder difficulties, this game is merciless, and
Yeah.
considering this is a kid's game, I am amazed I, like, managed to beat the harder difficulties at all when I was younger.
I think we forget things when we're old.
Hmm.
Okay, this is the 4-leaf clover path.
Yes, another thing we didn't really notice was the outside shapes of them.
Yeah. Now we've got that there, hold on. What were we looking for now? Oh wait, we can use that one again. How many Zoombinis we got left? 6?
Yeah, we got
5.
6 of that. 5, yes. So we can use that one again.
Oh no, this is the 3-prong route. Which is actually... Oh no, it's up. Up the route again.
Yeah. This river is remarkably still, considering there's, like, a bunch of stuff going on.
Just looking through oil paintings again.
More or less. It's happening in a lot of games.
I'm more concerned with the size of the frogs compared to the Zoombinis, to be honest.
Yeah, like, the ferryman was about as tall as one of these frogs.
That's very true.
You know, they seem to be remarkably friendly in that, like, oh, if you can find me the right path, I'll let you across.
Yeah.
As opposed
And if
to
you
just,
get me stuck in a loop, I'll consume you.
Yes, that is something that can happen. You can end up stuck in an endless loop with these frogs. If you actually look at some of the paths on here, you'll find they do just that.
I think at this point we started
Yeah.
to bleed internally from the thinking, but
One trip to the hospital later. Oh, we still have to play this.
yeah. I don't think we trust the wand.
We really, really don't at this stage. Oh dear.
There's 2 breaks in the Pac-Man room. Oh, that's right, there's actually a really easy 3-pronged path there.
Durr.
And...
Paranoia.
Just
Paranoia.
double, triple check, quadruple check. There we go. Just do that twice.
Yeah.
And victory.
And it is over.
I'm having trouble believing that you did actually complete this game when you were 8. No 8-year-old
I
has
did
that
do
much
it.
spare time. Look at the game. Just look at it. I know that 8-year-olds have a different mindset for logic puzzles or whatever, but this is ridiculous.
Well, I lived in the middle of nowhere, and I had no homework, so this was my entire childhood. Nothing but Zoombinis. And look how I turned out! So paranoid, even though I've already done it.
We just have to double check.
Triple check.
Ugh.
Oh,
See,
dear.
we're not. I'm just glad this is over again.
Okay, yes. So close. Victory.
Excellent.
You did it! You saved them all!
No even jumping up and down from the Zoombinis. Guess we're
They're
too
just
far
like,
away.
well, thanks. Could have
So-
been faster, perhaps.
Took you long enough.
When you're on the back for
Zoombinis will
20
get a
minutes,
rise
God.
out of these stone hexes if they can make the right connections.
That's a very painful ride.
Strained a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think this is the last patch of green we'll be seeing for a while.
Oh, I like this one. It's fairly simple.
This one, once again, we got a little bit of paranoia because it's like, oh, they've stepped up the difficulty and such. But all in all, we probably could have placed things in like a random configuration and got this within like 2 minutes.
So you need to have them standing next to each other with same eyes, same nose, same feet. Same feet's easy.
Wow.
You just need to make sure you don't kind of cut yourself off or something.
Yeah.
Fill in the more difficult ones first.
I believe it always builds it in a way there's a correct configuration to get everything through.
Yeah, it must do. They
But
can't
it's,
kill off Zoombinis on purpose, that's a bit.
it's a case of like figuring it out. If you can't figure out the configuration, and if you've got a bunch of randomized Zoombinis, that can be very difficult. Then, yeah. You'll end up just going through and leaving a couple down there. Yet again, this is a very elaborate setup, don't you think?
For getting up a slight hill, probably about the size of a frog.
Yes.
It's more like a curb than anything else, isn't it?
We could build a stairway or an...
Zombini! Hip hip!
Ah, got cut off by the... what? Pillars?
It's an elevator. Imagine if you fell off that.
Be stuck down the middle. Be awful. And another campsite.
Say goodbye to the last of the green path.
Who put the campsites there?
With
Zoombini forefathers in the day created the land of Zoombinitum. And the path.
I like to imagine that a lot of the species
Good
like kind of you
work.
come across.
Again you've braved the challenges of the trip. Beware the new dangers of the mountains of despair.
Yeah, kind of you meet fleas in the forest and things. I kind of like to imagine that they tried getting through all this, but were just too dumb. So they're always like
They're
stuck there.
stranded there in the trees.
Yeah, people have just been sitting there building puzzles because they couldn't get past the puzzles further ahead.
So who put the first puzzle there? What an evil chain reaction.
Oh, the sneezing cliffs are kind of just like, it's a natural formation.
Right.
The
That's
trolls
fair.
just happen to be racist, and no.
I don't want fleas making my pizza.